Night Racing League Season 2 continues with race number 8 of the Formula Renault 3.5 Championship. And after a run in Austria, we move to Monza, Italy. The championship is very close up top with 6 races apiece. Night Racing and Bozak only 6 points apart. Senna 211 having moved on from the championship. He's now going to be racing in the esports Night Racing team. That gives T-Man a lock for third as he'll move up. Stillen, Nodovan, and Jagbase close behind the constructors. Vazmak leading, although Senna 211 not competing, it's a tentative lead. Besmoni has moved back into second with Dombreville third. Fanatec, with 2 drivers today, should be able to make up some ground. Let's see the starting grid for Monza. It's staggeringly close at the top, and Night Racing 727 nips pole with a 132.150. Sharing the front row just a tenth behind is Nodovan. Bozak starts row 2 at 132.302. Beside him, teammate Slim Reaper back in the field at 132.6. Row number 3 is the Sheriff Tizer of Stillen 421 at 133.1. And T-Man 1975, 135.2. Rounding out the field in row 4, Jagbase 44 with a 140.3. We're doing 25 laps at Monza, and it starts now. And here we go. And a great start by the pole sitter, and right in behind, Bozak follows him into second place. Slim Reaper finally back in the grid is going to take third. As we head through the Curva Grande for the first time, and Slim Reaper 911 on his teammate. He's looking racy early. The Fanatec side by side into the first chicane, and Slim Reaper 911 back in the grid finally has put it up into second place. Bozak, then Nodovan, that's still in 421 in fifth, followed by T-Man and Jagbase 44. Everybody through the Lesmos cleanly as we head down to Scari Chicane. Only one Besmoni this weekend, only one Vazmak this weekend, and only one Dombreville. So a big, and then off in the background it looked like Bozak. Looks like he's dropped back, and now he's on the grass there, still in all over this battle, and it's Nodovan looking to the inside at Parabolica. And will take third place. DRS wide open as we head down. Almost a touch there. Bozak and Stillen getting very close. They fan out. And can't quite put the move on there. Knight and Slim Reaper, meanwhile. Slim going on the inside of Curva Grande again. The same move he made on his teammate. And will take the lead. Lap number 2, Slim Reaper 911, now your leader. The Englishman has been out. Technical difficulties all season have kept him off the grid. They finally got it resolved here to get a few races in over Christmas, and he's putting it to great use. He's leading here at Monza. And a little wide on Ascari. That's going to let Knight close right up, and he's got the run. You see Nodovan third. Off in the back is Bozak. That's going to give Stillen a run. And just a quick look back, and you can see Bozak a little deep into Ascari, and that allows everyone else to get up on top. But he can't make the move down into Parabolica. Bozak just a little ragged here today in the early going. As we're into lap 3, let's see what those first running lap times were. A 34.7 for Knight. Slim, of course, with that little bit of a bobble at Ascari, had a 36.1. 34.3 is the fast lap of Donovan there. And then we're into the 36s with these two. We'll see when they come around to complete lap number 3. As we look up at the first chicane, Knight has held on to this lead. Slim briefly taking the lead. Then Knight getting him back later on in the lap. This is race 8 in the championship. 6 races for both Knight and Bozak. They're the championship leaders. Only the top 10 count. So we're going to be getting to the point soon where these drivers will be starting to have to drop their worst results. Well, basically try to better their worst results if they want to continue scoring points in the championship. That's a few races away yet. As Knight comes around, we'll get our lap 3 times here. And a 34.0, a 33.6 as Slim is pulling him back in. A 33.4 for Nodovan, 34s for Bozak, Stillen a 35. As we look back in the field again, Bozak starting to pull a bit of a gap now on Stillen 421. He's got everything up to temperature and ready to go there. A lot of varied wing angles we're hearing from the pit lane on this one. Nodovan is claiming 0 front wing and 1 degree of rear wing. That is a staggeringly low wing setting. All the way up, the pole sitter here, 5 front, 8 rear is what we were hearing, and 14s, 14 for Stillen at the back. So a lot of varying strategies, high downforce, low downforce, of course full DRS all the way around here, which really alters your rear wing angle anyway. But it certainly makes it interesting how these drivers have all approached how to get the best out of these cars on these long straightaways. Lap 4 completed, Knight Racing comes around. He's into the 33s now and is pulling away a little bit this time as they flip lap times. It was mid-33s for Slim last time around and a 34 for Knight, and this time it's the other way around as the leader tries to put a little bit of a gap. I think he's far enough now that he's not going to be susceptible to the toe so much. Of course, there are no DRS zones here. All the cars can use DRS whenever they like, and that just makes it faster. The only advantage to being behind is to be in the toe. Nodovan there pulled a little bit of a gap in. You can see him as we get on board through the second Lesmo. And that's what he's seeing up to the leaders. Using a lot of curb through Ascari. And that's interesting, if that's just a one-off there. Car just shudders into the parabolica there, doesn't it? Really throwing it in there. And they are really picking up the pace now into the low 33s on lap 5. Oh, and a little off at the first chicane. Bozak has really pulled that gap out now. He's got 3 seconds on Stillen, trying to get himself back in touch with the leaders. As they're putting down blistering laps here, we're just a second off qualifying pace. So that is very impressive stuff here. As we look back up front, Night Racing 727 through Ascari, and you can see not a lot of curb there as he just swings that car. It just pendulums through those corners. We look down in the field, there is still in 421, just 14 seconds off the lead. Long fast track keeps the field all bunched up. Jagbase 44, his teammate, now approaches Parabolica. And T-Man has made a pit stop, we're told. He's a lap down and going slowly. He's letting, that's Bozak going through there. So we'll try and find out what happened to T-Man there. I'm sorry you missed that. And he's on the pace. He was just, he's a lap down. He was just letting people through there, and so no problems. But he has been in the pits, and we'll get a look at that. And again, it's in Ascari, and oh, just clips the curb, and it puts him down into that inside wall. That gap has really opened up now. It's a 33-1 on lap 6 for Knight, as opposed to mid-34s for second and third. So that gap now opened up to 3 seconds. Nodovan way off at the exit of Ascari. And that is a place right there where downforce will help you. All the downforce you can get at a fast corner like that. Just slim back into the low 33s, so a little bit of a aberration there in the previous lap. 34.4 for Nod as he had that slide out on Ascari. Lights those rears up. Everybody having to be so careful in these cars. No driving aids. Getting the power on out of that first chicane, the slowest chicane on the circuit. Oh, and a little bit of curbing there for Knight as he saws the wheel. Four-wheel drift. We're just going to take a look at racing lines through Ascari since we brought that up. So we'll go on board with Knight here and see this. Tires complaining all the way through. Very tidy. And there's Nodovan, yeah, so that time we saw before was not the way he's going through there. Usually that was very nice through there. Still into a nice wide berth on all the curbs. That's the second Lesmo here for Jag. Lap 9, pit stops will be coming soon. Knight Racing had a 6-point lead over Bozak going into this race. So that is going to widen up unless the American can move his way up the grid here. Still a lot of race to go. Senna 211, of course, has moved on the Knight Racing expansion into PC. There's going to be a PC league, and there's also an iRacing esports team being formed. So Senna 211 has moved strictly under that side. He's getting into that esports racing, so he has basically forfeited his position here, third in the championship. Only 3 points ahead of T-Man, who has a race win as well. And T-Man should overtake him there and move into third place. He's got 21 points on Stillen. Who sits at 63 coming into this. Nodovan 49 behind him. So that will be the point battle to watch there, as Nod has a podium going here today. Stillen back in 5th at the moment. Lap 9 complete. We've really kind of settled into the mid-33s as the race pace. The tires, of course, will be screaming as they throw them through these corners. There's no reason to save tires on these cars. You can pit. You have to pit anyway. And it's a bit of an advantage to have the fresh boots. So I think everybody will stop for fuel and tires. That gap only 2.5 seconds. You can see Slim pulled back a little bit there on the last lap. Definitely keeping him honest. It's going to be a great day for Fanatec in the Constructors' Championship. They sit 4 points behind Dombreville, and they're running 2nd and 4th with only one Dombreville car here today, and that is T-Man 1975. He is running in 7th. So there'll be a move in the Constructors, it looks like, today as well. Next week, we hope everybody's around. It's going to be a great race, something I've been looking forward to all season. One of the special events in the Endurance Series, the GTEs, will be racing here at Monza on the historic track using the old oval and the Grand Prix circuit, the combined circuits. So no chicanes, I believe, and using the high banks. So that's going to be an incredibly fun 45 minutes next week. After everybody's had a nice, happy, safe Christmas. Slim continues to pull that gap down as we approach the pit stops. 6/10 on that last lap. You can see he was the fastest car on lap number 10. Give a wiggle there. I'm not sure what that's about. That blue carrot is dangling on the end of the stick, and he continues to try and pull in the race leader. Knight responds with a 33 dead up front. Stabilizes that gap at 2 seconds. Nodovan is into the pits from 3rd place. We saw Bozak jump on the timing screen there. Fuel and tires for the Canadian. Stillen will move through to 4th, and a very good stop there. So Bozak, your new temporary 3rd place car. As we will watch now, that gap now under 2 seconds. Slim Reaper is really starting to push here. As we said, there's no point in saving these tires. Get everything you can out of them. They're coming off anyway when they hit the pits. We are officially at halfway right now. So Knight gets that DRS closed, throws it through the Parabolica. Get it open as soon as you dare for the long straight. He is not coming in. Slim behind him is not coming in. And another 4/10 grabbed back by Knight Racing. Maybe he was just relaxing a little bit, keeping those tires from overheating. He's pushing again, and Slim falling back just a touch. A 3-second gap now. Bozak has stayed out, as has Slim, still in 421. Nodovan, the first car to pit, and there he is just coming into Parabolica. Behind him, Jag Base. Your race leader on lap 13 through the Lesmos. And the crew is ready for him and Slim Reaper, both crews out in the pits. So our race leaders will be in at the end of lap 13. To 60 clicks. He's in there. You see Slim coming in behind. Little puff of smoke from the fronts, but they're both down to the pit limit. This could be the race right here. Slim right in front of him. Bozak takes the lead. He is not pitted. He's out. And a longer stop for Slim. This is going to drop him down the order. Knight Racing gets to pit exit. Bozak and Stillen have stayed out. Slim is finally rolling, but a long pit stop for the Fanatec number 5. Here comes Nodovan now. Was that pit stop long enough for him to take? It was. He's going to take 4th place. So quick gap check there. It looks like about 12 seconds between Knight and Nodovan. As we head back up front now, race leader Bozak. This now the effective close battle on the race. Nodovan jumping over Slim Reaper here in the pit stops. He's got the warm tires, but of course they are more used as Bozak comes through Parabolica and is into the pits. Still in behind him. End of lap 14. He's going to stay out. That will give him the temporary race lead. Bozak in. Here comes Knight through Parabolica. He's going to retain that position. Down and away. Where's Nodovan? Pulled a little gap there. Where's Bozak going to come out? There they are. The teammates are going to be together again. Slim actually gets past. Bozak will slip back to 5th. And everybody through. Here comes Jag Base. So the last car to do the mandatory pit stop. Oh, sorry. Except for the race leader, of course. Still in 421 is still out there. Lap 15. So he will have the freshest tires if he were to come in. It's a 12-second lead over the pole sitter. And yes, it's about a 10-second gap back to Nodovan. Does he dare do a stop and go? No requirement for service. You just have to stop in the box. Here comes Stillen. Knight is in the Parabolica already. Stillen hits the blocks. The car goes up. He is definitely stopping, and Knight Racing will retake the lead on lap 16. Stillen is rolling, but Nodovan, the first car to pit, has moved through. Here come the Fanatec's, and they are both going to jump the Sheriff Tizer as well. So back to 5th for Stillen. So as the race settles, it is Knight Racing 727 in first after the pit stops. Nodovan now 8 seconds back in the Vazmak. Look at that, 1.6 seconds he pulled in on Knight there on lap number 15. Behind him is Slim Reaper, you can see him there. The first of the Fanatec's with Bozak right behind him. Then it's the Sheriff Tizers of Stillen 421 and Jag Base 44 in 6th. And enough fun for one day for T-Man 1975 as he's put it back in the garage. 10 laps to go here at Monza. Race 8 of the Formula Renault 3.5 Championship. And as it sits, Knight Racing could have a 126 points at the end of today's race and really put a bit of a gap on Bozak, who's sitting in 4th. Be a good day for Nodovan to move up from 6th here. It's a 14-point gap from him up to Stillen. I think Stillen's got that covered in 5th. He's looked pretty steady all day here. A lot of seat time for this Canadian with this new iRacing branch of the league. It's been doing a lot of testing, racing Formula Renault 2.0 and now into the IMSA Championship with the Ferrari 488. So, hey, maybe the seat time is helping here. 8-second gap. Nodovan definitely... Oh, as we jump back, he clips a curb there. No harm, no foul. A 33.4. He took another second out of the lead there last lap. So we'll be controlling this race, or... Is Knight just not feeling it here after the pit stop? Is everything okay with that car? We'll keep watching that gap. It's not like Nodovan can relax. He's got Slim Reaper right there behind him. That little bobble at Ascari definitely brought the lap time down to 34.8 for not that time. And you can see Knight back into the 33, so maybe just a little bit of a respite there for those 2 laps. That is the race pace most of these top 4 have had all afternoon, is 33, mid-33s. Jag loses it coming out of Ascari. A big off there. Just as the leader is coming through. Ooh, keep it to the right. So Knight is through safely. Here come second, third, and fourth. Well out of the way. Good job there. That's too bad for the Brit. He's been having a great race. The speed is coming. And we'll get a look here on the onboard of Jag Base as he comes out of Ascari. That seems to be the trouble corner today, and takes quite a hard shunt there. There goes the leader by on the left. So we head back up here, lap 19. Definitely put off by that in front. There clearly would have been a lift on that back straightaway for Knight, and you can see it in his lap time at 34.1. 33.2s. Look at those lap times for second and third. Bozak lost touch a little bit there. Nodovan and Slim Reaper just putting them down now. Jag has made it into the pits, got some repairs, so he's back on circuit. And wide on Ascari again for Nodovan. The second time we've seen that. Slim. He might have the toe now through that back straightaway. We're going to have a battle here for second. And he's wide at Parabolica. Here comes Slim Reaper. He will clearly have the toe down this front straightaway. As we're going to enter lap 26 to go here in Monza. Protects the line. Slim getting all the draft he can. Oh, a little bit of a slip on the rear end, but he saves it. A little slip on acceleration. Through the Curva Grande they go. To the first chicane. Is Slim gonna have a run? He's not close enough, I don't think. Not. Just trying to hold on to that back end. They're both right on the limit. And that is giving Knight a little bit of a cushion here now. Oh, as there's Jag in front of them again. Slows and gets right out of the way. It looks like he's had another issue there, doesn't it? But as Nodovan pushes wide on that left-hander at Ascari again, here comes Slim Reaper. He's not taking the draft. He's got to run. As we go into Parabolica. And they're going to touch. Slim off from the roof cam of Nodovan on the inside. Oh, and he does push out. Oh. And he did hit that wall rather hard, actually. As we're going to rejoin the action, Slim is back on circuit, still in third. Oh! He hasn't gone into the pits, but now he's clipped that inside wall. He started to weave there. His teammate's coming. That's going to give him third place. Maybe he was just checking the car out there. Still in 421 is right behind there too. So we have a new driver on the podium. Bozak has moved up because of that. Slim seems to be moving again. think he was just checking his car. He's got to have some rear damage. He definitely hit the wall fairly hard there. And, oh, he is around, so there's definitely some back-end damage on that car. Still in 421 is going to move into 4th now. It's a few laps, actually, because of the incidents with Jag Base. So Slim is not going to fall any further. I think he can even afford to come in and get that fixed. He should be fine. But that's too bad, as he was really challenging for the win. He had a bit of a long pit stop. And it's put him back into a fight with some other drivers, and now he's dropped to 5th. That's a shame after not being on the grid for so long. It was great having him back here. But we'll see next week. I'm sure he's going to be up at the front. The pace has not drifted away from old Slim. The battle now on the track is this one, as Stillen is into 3rd. We just caught the tail end of it as we cut back to them. Here it was coming out of the Parabolica. Stillen, a great run on Bozak, and blows by on the inside of the main straight. So onto the podium for the Sheriff Tizer driver. Keeping it clean and keeping it on the circuit all day, and he's going to be rewarded here with a podium. What a run for Stillen, 421. Your new race order as Night Racing 727 goes into lap 23. Really backed off now, 35-2. As Nodovan has also backed off a little bit. 37-3, maybe an issue on that lap. He's our 2nd place car, still in 421. Now the 3rd place car puts Sheriff Tizer up into 3rd. Bozak now in 4th for Fanatec, and he's coming in. So another pit stop for Bozak. A Slim Reaper now. I don't think he's going to be able to come back around and get 4th there, but he's your 5th place driver. Jagbase 44 is 6th. T-Man has retired in 7th. That is your race order on lap 23. Clearly some damage repair here for Bozak. And he's away. Slim is going to be fairly close to him now as he comes out. He's on the front straightaway, so... he is going to retake 4th place. And just behind them into the second last lap of the race, Night Racing 727. It's been a good day. Got off the line from pole. Did lose the lead on lap number 2 to Slim Reaper, but regained it back the same lap. And it's been clean and not a lot of drama since then for the Canadian, as he looks to take his 2nd win of the season in this series. A 10-second lead now. He definitely dropped the pace off, about 2 seconds a lap. He's playing the gap now. Just wants to get this car home clean. As the Fanatec's now running together again. they'll still get points, good points for the team, and that's very important. They've both finished ahead of T-Man, so Fanatec is going to jump D'Ambreville in the Constructors, regardless of the issues they've had today. Both cars still running. A 4th and 5th are good points for the team. As behind them, Knight Racing goes into his final lap of the day. Jet Run 76 not here. The second seat in Besmoni has clearly become a part-time seat, as Jet Run has been in it. Of course, Villers Gaming started in it, but it hasn't been available for a lot of the racing. And we even had Red Hot Barrels run one race for the team, but that'll be offset today with 25 points for the race win. But to minimize the damage, of course, only one car in Vazmak as well, but Nodovan is going to finish in second. So it's only going to be a 7-point gain. Oh, well, I'll be darned. Besmoni is only 6 points behind Vazmak in the Constructors. So there you go. It's going to be very close when Fanatec adds their points in. The Constructors is going to be very, very close here. 25 laps around Monza, not a wheel wrong today for Canadian Knight Racing. 7:27 is going to win in Monza. It's a Canadian 1-2 as Nodovan brings the Vazmak number 27 home in second. And a great run, even led a lap with the last of the top cars to pit. Stillen 421 brings the Sheriff Tizer home in third place and will round out the podium. A great run for the Texan. His teammate, Jag Base 44, will finish in sixth. And it's not quite a battle here. The Fanatecs have spread out a little bit here on the final lap. Bozak will come home fourth, with Slim Reaper 911 back on the grid. He'll end up fifth today, but that's a little out of position after a coming together at Parabolica with Nodovan. The stewards are looking at that. The decision will be made after the race. Bozak comes home in fourth place. Slim Reaper fifth. Your race winner at Monza, Knight Racing 7:27. So after 8 races are complete, Knight Racing extends his lead 126 to 107 over Bozak. T-Man does retain third place. Still in Nodovan and Jagbase in a good battle for fifth. Besmoni now a slim 1-point lead over Vazmak, with Fanatec taking over third in the Constructors. The first race of 2020 is at Imola. Join us then.